Hello, guys. Well, now we are going to deal with a very important instrument. I'm talking about the bass. And well, actually, bass is an instrument that really uses compression for a better, for a better behavior, for better control. So if you have just one compressor for your whole band, I think bass would be one of the candidates to use the compression because it's really important. So uh, let's check out a couple of examples that we could do with our bass. In the first place, let's set this the initial setup, so our threshold on the top, and let's talk about the two effects we can get in this session. One of them is controlling peaks. Let's hear this bass I have. Okay, it's a phrase looping, but the problem is that it has kind of a lot of variation in the levels. So let's see two ways to control this. The first is the peak control. So I am going to limit the peaks. So it's using the compressor as a limiter. To do this, the first thing I have to do is to set a very high ratio. This could be around, I don't know, 20 to 1 or even 30 to 1. I'm going to leave it at 30 to 1 to make it more aggressive. By the way, I'm using an FET emulator, which, well, it's just a different one. And then, well, our makeup at 0 dB and attack and release could be like that. This compressor has an E parameter, but well, let's leave it around halfway. Okay, so the point here is going to let's activate the compressor. We have to control the peaks, so let's check our signal. Here we have our input, and here we have our output. Now, if you see, the input changes a lot. Okay, so how can we set this for peak controlling? We have to detect the highest peaks, which are above 9, minus 9 dBs, right? So I'm going to set the threshold around minus 9, minus 10. So what this is going to do is to reduce this part of my signal, okay? So it's around there. Let's hear it. Now, if I want to control the peaks, I need my compressor to act as fast as possible. So I need to do that with my attack, correct? So faster attack. Notice that distortion? Beware of that. When you are using low frequency content, if you set a very high attack, like this 0 milliseconds, then you'll have distortion. So we have to set the attack as fast as possible, but without distortion. So I think that's better. Okay, and now my release. I want my release as fast as possible too, to control my peaks. Fast release also may cause distortion, just like that. So we have to take care of that. I think that's better. And then we have our peak control. Look at the output. Look how my signal is not really beyond minus 6. Look here, we have tremendous peaks there. Sometimes it goes to 3, and here we have the signal control, and we don't really lose a lot of dynamics. Let's hear it, compressor. You have your bass. Some notes are stronger, some notes are softer. Now we have a more uniform response. Okay.